Guys, welcome back to Biagi. So today we're going to solve a very interesting problem, that is climbing stairs. So the problem statement here says that you are climbing a staircase and it takes like n steps to reach a top. So each step you can either climb one or two steps. In how many distinct way we have to reach to the top? As example says that if the value is n equal to 2, in that case either we basically reach to the top in two ways, either one step at a time. It means like one step which is equal to 2. Otherwise we have to take a two step ahead. Okay, same in this example, when the n equal to 3, in that case we will reach to the top in three ways, either one step at a time, so it will take like three steps, or either one step at a time and then two steps, and so on. Okay, so this problem we will solve in, like, first we will solve in the brute force solution, where I think the complexity will be 2 to the power n in that case. Okay, so we will use the problem in like solve in the recursive manner. So let's get started with the brute force. So what we are going to do, first we have to put the base condition here. Okay, so if n is equal to 0, or n is exactly equal to 1, in that case we just simply return 1. Okay, so these are our base condition. Fine. So if our stairs are like 0 or 1, in that case we will like reach to the top in a one way only. And secondly, we have to do a return statement here, where we will recursively calculate the way, okay, by choosing the step 1 and step 2 at a time. So this way we will put it climb stairs here, and let me paste it here. And inside this we'll pass n minus 1, and we'll add it with two step at a time. So we'll just simply subtract n minus 2 in that case. Okay, so let me run this. Fine, it's got accepted. Let me submit this. It's taking more time. So as you see that time got limit got exceeded, because here the time complexity, if we talk about, it's 2 to the power n. So as in this example, if we see, so 2 to the power, it means that it will take like 2 4. Okay, but in this case, the whenever the value is getting more, so it would take like more time to execute. Okay, so let me like do in more optimized manner. So we will use another approach that is more optimized, okay, better than that. So we will just use the concept of like top down. Okay, so how we are going to do this, let me move this. We'll use the concept of dpa basically. Okay, first we will need a array. Okay, so I put it dp equal to new int, and here I will take extra size. Right, now I have to fill the default value here. So I will put it like arrays dot fill, and inside this we'll keep dp, and we'll put default value as -1 here. Okay, it will basically indicate that the calculation is not yet done. Okay, and from here what I'm going to do, I'm just use helper function. Okay, and inside that I will pass the size or whatever the steps are there, and same I will pass the array with that. Okay, using that I will calculate that. Let me like write this. For same we will put a base condition like we have did in the brute force solution. Okay, and it will pass helper, and inside that what we need, n, and secondly the array, that is dp. Fine, and we have to put a base condition that will be same like which we have did. So n is equal to 0, or if n is exactly equal to 1, in that case we just simply return 1, right? And if we have already calculated, so we will just simply return the result for that case. So we'll put the condition here: if dp of n is not equal to minus 1, it means it's got calculated. So in that case we will just simply return dpn from here, right? Otherwise we have to do dpn, that will be equal to the helper which we have created, and inside that will pass, okay, minus 1 comma that dp. Basically it is will store the result of the subprogram, okay, in the dp array. And same we have to do for the n minus 2, and we'll pass the dp inside this. And once the value is got calculated, we just simply return the dp from here. Okay, this is done now. Let me run this. Fine, it's got accepted. And finally it's got submitted also with the 100%. So if we talk about the complexity here, so the time complexity in this case is O of n only. Okay, and the previous step was like of, sorry, to the power n in that case. And we can also optimize more than that, if we talk about the previous step. So there was, if we talk about the space complexity, in that case it was O of n, and same for this case also, the space complexity is O of n only. Okay, and we can optimize more than that, currently we have used the top bottom approach. Okay, now we can use a bottom up approach also here. So what we have to do, we will use a table dp which we iteratively like calculate the value from 0 to n in that case. So the time complexity for the next solution, that will be obviously of n only, but the space complexity will be in that case same of n only. The thing is that the way we are calculating the value, that is will be differ. Okay, so let me like clean this code and we'll write again. This approach is exactly same, but the way we have to write, that is little different. Like in this very starting we will check that if n is exactly equal to 1. Okay, so in that case we just simply return 1 from here. Okay, that will be basically our edge case, and we will make same dp array which we have did there, and we'll keep one extra space for that, that is n plus 1. Fine. And after that we will keep the values for that. If the dp value is 0, in that case value will be 1, and if the dp is 1, in that case the value is again 1 only, which we did in the if else condition. Okay, and finally we have to fill the array. In that case we will put a loop, and we have already did for 0 and 1, we will start the loop from 2 only. So it will be equal to 2, and we'll keep the loop till I is less than or equal to 1. Okay, and we'll keep I plus plus. And here what we have to do, we will put dp of I, that is basically the current step we have to put it. So it will be dp I minus 1, and we'll keep the addition with the dp I minus 2. I minus 2. Fine. Once we got the things, we just simply return from here. We just return dp dpn from here. Okay, that will be basically our final answer. Let me run this. So it's got accepted. Let me submit this. Yeah, so it's also get submitted. So the way of writing is different. Like we are using the approach of top down approach, and now we are currently we are using a top down approach. Before that we are using the bottom approach. Okay, and we can also optimize this more than that. The thing in the next, if we are using, so in that case, the optimized thing is that the time complexity will be off and only, like in this case also, but the space complexity will be getting more optimized in that case. What we have to do in that case, we just simply do the same step like we have did here, and we will keep a integer like that previous and like which we have did here. We'll keep the value 1 1. Instead of creating an array, we will keep normal string type, integer type of values here. Okay, and then we will use the same kind of thing, but instead of doing the dp thing, we'll use some current type of value here, and inside that we will do the addition of the previous and the present value inside that, and then we will like move the previous one value to the previous two, and so on. We will just simply swap, move the value. Okay, and at the end we will just simply return the result. Let me show this. Okay, instead of doing this, we'll remove this. We'll keep here value int uh, previous previous to that will equal to 1. Okay, and int previous one that will also equal to 1. Okay, basically this is the store of way to reach to the n minus 1, and for that case n minus, sorry, n minus 2 for this case, or for this case n minus 1, and we don't need this value now. Okay, so let me remove, and instead of doing this step, we will keep a value here, like we'll keep value as a current, and that will equal to previous one plus previous two. Okay, and now we have to move the value to the previous two. So previous two will be equal, will have the previous value of 1, and now the previous one will have the current value which we have calculated. So in this way we just need to swap. And now instead of doing this, so this particular step is done by 3 ways. Okay, this, now after this we just finally get the final result. So instead of returning the dp, we will return prev1 from here. So we'll have a final answer from here. Let me submit this. Fine, let me submit this also. So it's got also accepted. The thing is that we are not using any extra space. Previously we are using the array here, now we are using this straight way. Okay, so that's it for today. I hope it's like helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.